Well, thanks for your amazing presentations and giving us an insight to your work, all of you. I guess my first question goes to Sergey. You talked about the transparent box. Basically, for everybody who's working in neural networks, machine learning, that always means, okay, we have to open the black box, because what is the black box? The black box is the machines making decisions, and we don't know if the decisions are right or what it is based on. Is that correct? Is it that what you wanted to bring to the stage?
Yes, so this was our vision, actually.
It's a vision to open the box?
The vision is to open the black box, to make it more transparently. And we guess that there is a technical way to try to do that. The main topic is to reduce the data that is used to creating some models. And the problem are the convolutional neural networks, so the amount of the layers of the neural network. And we guess that if we reduce the amount of the data, then we could create some mechanism to decide about the decisions, actually, of the neural network. For example, in this year, there are some publications, or there are few publications about this, about the try to explain the quality of a convolutional neural network by using a generative adversarial network. And if you see the first publication about deep learning and CNN, it was in the year 2013, in the year that I know about. In the year 2015, we created our company, and today we create some awesome models for that. And in that year, I studied about this try to explain the quality of CNN with a generative adversarial network.
To sum that up, when you're saying you want to reduce the complexity, isn't it that the machines can only learn and be accurate, as most accurate with the more data we gave them?
So if you take a look on some companies which are trying to create a common model for all diseases, for all images, it's very difficult to create a model in that case. And if you take only one disease, for example, and only one kind of sample data, and create a great amount of that data, then it could be a possibility to explain the decision of the neural network.
Let's come back to this question later on. Professor Barbara Dehme, you are the Vice President of the German Society of Work Science, and you talked a lot about robotics, also about humanoid robots, and we just saw this amazing butterfly that could help us to work together. I want to address to the cobots. How much can you, can we train them to cooperate with us without going in another direction that we don't want them to go?
I think this is a very important thing, because we've seen twice in the last hour flying objects. One, there was a really beautiful butterfly, and everybody was really inspired by it and really liked it. And in the video before, we saw a quite frightening scene also with flying objects. And I think these two demonstrations make quite clear what the problem is behind it. It's never the technology, but it's always the use. And for this reason, when we talk about work science for us, it's now really an important point of time to say, well, it's not only creating the technology, but we have to think of, well, we have to design rules, circumstances, and also frame lines, how we want to work together and how we want to use this technology. And I think this is also, this is at least so important than only creating the technology.
But like, how much can you, can you coordinate that, or can you make sure and secure that it doesn't get into the wrong hands?
Well, I think this is a thing which can never be coordinated, but I think what has to be awake is a kind of reflection process which is also coupled to this technology.
It's a lot. The cobots are a lot about like making productions, assembling more efficient. Where else do you see this going? As you addressed humanoid robots, where do you think that they can help us?
Well, I think it's not only limited to an industrial robot or to an industrial process, but we also see, we also may have robots at home. Actually, we have one project in my lab where we address robots in a caring environment. So they also may assist in helping to care people and to address also broader aspects of daily living.
I would also address this question to you. Where do you see this going? I mean, this is insane what Festo is doing, creating all this duplicates of animals. Where do you see this helping human beings?
Maybe I start with the cobots first,
Yes, please.
then going to the animals. Yeah, as you said already, the field for robotics is endless, actually. And up to now, they are mainly in industry. And if you go 5 years back, actually, most of the robots have been beyond caves, actually, to make sure that it's not hazardous for humans. But now, at least the smaller cobots can really work together with humans. And if they get cheaper and if they get more intelligent, having better sensors, maybe AI in the background, then I guess that we probably can see them everywhere in our households, but in farming, in our workshops, everywhere where we could use robots in order to do things that we humans don't want to do or can't do. So these I see on the one hand, and regarding the animals, first of all, we want to learn from nature, and often these animals help us actually to find principles on the one hand, like these gripping parts I have shown, and we have some more of these things, but also they help us to transport actually in a sympathetic way what is possible with technology, with lightweight design, with artificial intelligence, with decentralized intelligence, with these things. And yeah, it also helps us to come into discussion.
I think with those animals, you see a lot of people love them and sympathize and also accept them. I want to address this to the humanoid robots, where we see the uncanny valley. I can much more see in my life that I want to have those animals helping me somehow instead of the humanoid robot, although there are so many people already working in this field. Do you really think that those robots could help us? For instance, Sophia Hansen, she is the first robot with she has a passport. Why do we need robots with a passport? Maybe, Professor?
A very good question. I don't know it either, so I don't think it's important to have a robot with a passport. But I think a very important thing is that the degree of anthropomorphism, as I've tried to show, is not that important. I think the major thing for being accepted, at least in our near environment or in our near field, is that we have a kind of behavior that is cooperative, that is trusty, reliable. I think these are the most important aspects and also guarantees for being accepted. And this may be true for animals or for robots that doesn't even look like humans or doesn't even look like animals or any living agents.